Hello, it is April the 2nd, end of week 2 in isolation, and I also have two things to alleviate your boredom today. Firstly, lots of you have told me that you are at home polishing your cars, so today I'm going to help you by demonstrating how to use a machine polisher to remove small scratches from your paintwork. Secondly, if you own one of these, a Figaro, I have a great event for you. On Saturday, I'm going to be helping you to do a health check. I have some special gifts and offers for you. That is going to be on Saturday morning. It is for all the people that would have gone to a car show at Ace Cafe on Saturday and now can't go, but it's also open to anybody else because it's virtual. You can join it from anywhere in the world. So that is on Saturday. Let's get stuck in to this polishing. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to polish small scratches from a panel. I'm going to use this, which is a donor panel, similar color to that car, and we are going to have a go and I'll show you exactly how I use it. Now I'm using three things to do this today. First is one of these, which is a microfiber cloth. These are just cheap ones. We use these. We don't notice that there's a massive amount of difference or any at all really between these and the super expensive ones other than the price. So these are the ones we use, they're just generic ones. Then I'm going to use a polish, a cutting paste. So the difference with polishes is you can get like a standard car polish, which is smooth, it hasn't got any grit to it, it's not very coarse, and then you can go all the way up to a really thick cutting paste, which is more like a glue. This is somewhere in the middle, and you can use this and then just use a hand polish afterwards. So it's called 3M Fast Cut Plus, and it comes out as a liquid, so you can get that online. As you know, 3M are a massive brand. Then I'm using one of these. It is a polisher, so it's just an orbital one, so that means that this basically spins, and then we're using a medium green cut head for it, and that just sticks on there with Velcro. If you haven't got one of these, you can buy them on anywhere basically, online at eBay, Halfords, whatever. They're really common. Okay, so let's have a look at this panel. Let's have a close-up look at the little marks we're going to try and get out, and then I'll run through with you how I'm going to do them. Okay, so I've got the panel set up on a trestle here, but obviously you'll be doing this on the car. Now, it's important that you set the car up in a bright area. I've set it up in here because it's got a clear roof, and it just allows you to see. Can you see, obviously, across here where all the little scratches are? So it gives you the best chance. Now, the first thing I'd always do with this type of scratch is just run my nail across it. So I can feel it a little bit, but my nail doesn't drop right into the scratch. It's important to do that because with the type of polishing I'm going to show you today, you're only going to get rid of the lighter sort of scuffs and scratches. So the first thing that I'll do is just make sure that the panel is cleaned off, because what you really don't want to do is get any grit on the panel and move that around with the polisher. It's the same with the polisher. When it's sat on the bench, only ever have it that way up. If you put the polisher that way down, this bit is pretty much, the pad is pretty much ruined. You're not going to want to do it because all you're going to do is polish your panel and scratch it even further. Now, the next thing I'll do is put some polish on the head of this panel. So I just put a little squirt on there like that. You don't need a massive amount, but a decent bit, just to make sure that it goes round. Normally I'll put it on the panel and just give it a little rub in, and the reason I do that is so when you press when you fire the polisher up, it doesn't just fire polish everywhere. So you want it on a medium speed, not too fast, but also not too slow. And then make sure that you're holding it dead flat against the panel, because you don't want to cut into it. In theory, if I just cut into it that way, eventually it would cut right through the paint, because this is cutting a very small layer off the top of the paint. So you just want to slowly move it around. You don't want it to end up getting too hot. You'd expect that if you did a whole panel, if I did this whole panel, I could probably spend about 40 minutes doing it, something like that. So let's just have a look how that's come on. So once it's done, you want to wipe off the excess polish that you've got on there. And then what you would probably do is just, once everything was finished, you might go over that 2 or 3 times, and once everything was finished, you might just polish it with a soft polish. But you can see there already, just in those couple of minutes, that a lot of that has started to lift off. Now, you won't always get everything, but you'll definitely get a panel from a point where it looks ropey and scratchy to a point where it looks pretty good. And you can see just in that sort of 30 seconds the huge improvement that we've got. So there you go, there's a really quick guide to using a machine polisher. Now, there's lots of techniques you can use with it, hundreds of different types of polishes and ways that you can get rid of bigger scratches. But if you're just looking to generally improve a panel, get rid of light scratches, that is definitely something that will make a big difference to your car. That's it. If you've got any other questions, drop me a message, reply to this video somewhere. Have a great day.